Alright, it's on.
Alright, Shalom, we're the Hebrew Israelites. Okay, we come out week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America, which is known biblically as Babylon, alright? So we're coming out to prophesy against this wicked kingdom for all the wickedness it's done to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which are the real Israelites according to the Bible. All right? America's about to be destroyed by nuclear missiles, okay? During World War III. Okay? So before we get started with the camp, we want to give all praises, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Harakah. And of course, as always, double honors to our apostles and elders that were well at Great Millstone and that taught us His truth. And a sincere shalom to all you Akim that are pushing this word throughout the four corners of the earth in all truth and in sincerity. All right? So we're in the time of America's destruction, man. Okay, me and the brother, we were watching a video the other day on YouTube how China was shooting missiles at U.S. ships, man. What is that telling you, man? That America is not that big bully it once was. Okay, because when America when you Edomites that run America, I should say, put these people into slavery, all right, you started to bully all the other nations, man. You know, and to hell with these other nations, but you touch the apple of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai's eye. So you know, when He returns, what is He going to do to you Edomites, man? He's going to destroy you from off the face of the earth, along with this wicked kingdom, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 14 and 1?
13.
13 and 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see.
See, the prophets before time, you get that, Bob Kashak? Jeremiah 28:8. Bob Kashak?
Yeah.
Hey, because before the prophets come out to speak, they got to get enchanted with the Spirit. They see visions. All right? They don't just come out here and say things they don't know what. You know, we don't just come out here and say what we feel is going to happen. We don't come out here and tell you, what do you call it? Fairy tales, man. We're out here telling you the truth. What was actually recorded in the book of prophecy. And prophecy means something that's bound to happen, all right, in the future. So yes, we are prophets. We come out here and tell you what's about to take place before it comes to you, man, live and direct, man. You got that, bro?
This is Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
And like we started the camp, where we say America's about to be destroyed by nuclear missiles, man. So the prophets come out here and warn you. And who are we warning? We're only warning our people, man. Your other nation will get took, all right? All you other nations are going to get destroyed that stay here in America, okay? But the prophets that come out and they prophesy against many countries, against kingdoms of war, evil, and pestilence, okay? Now, China shooting that missile on America, that was an act of war, okay? The CDC create super candida bugs, man. That's that pestilence, man. So what's coming to the shores of America? War, pestilence, famine, death, destruction. That's what's coming to this place, man. Okay? And that's what we do. We come out and we prophesy against these places. Okay? Of war, evil, and pestilence, man. America's a great kingdom.
A great king, yeah, because it says great kingdom. This is Revelation 17:5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great.
Yeah, at one time, it was a mystery of what that place Babylon was. Okay? Because Paul, or Slakia, John, the Revelator, what he's seen was a beautiful woman. Okay? And they didn't know at the time where that place actually was going to be.
Hey, just like I seen a Jake, he walking around with a t-shirt, American flag, and it had, what's that bitch's name that was?
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe. And that blonde-haired white woman, that's the mother of harlot. That's representation of Babylon right there.
Yeah, God. And a lot of brothers, the elders, use that Marilyn Monroe as a representation of America. See, at one time when America was blooming, the 50s, 60s, whatnot, that woman was an icon. She was an idol of the beauty of the American woman, you know? And what does it say right here in Isaiah 13 and 19? And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency.
Yeah, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency. Because they call this the golden city, man. All right, the great city. All right, everybody want to come here. All nations flock here. This is where all these other nations make their money off of this place. That's why when you look at anything, it's made in China, it's made in Taiwan, it's made in Japan. All right, and what America does is it constantly exports and imports goods. Everything that you buy and everything that you get in here is not American. It's coming from these other countries. Everything is here gets shipped out. All right, so this is a merchant city, like it tells you in Revelation, the great merchant city. So this spiritually, this is how we know that this is Babylon in Revelation. This is actually happening according to the Bible. Go ahead.
It says, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And like we said, man, when we started, this place can get destroyed with nuclear fire.
Yes, it is.
Okay? Now, the only people that can be saved is the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're the real Israelites. All these other nations, they put us in slavery.
Yeah.
All right? So verse 20, it says, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there.
Yeah, neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there. When you look at movies and you see Arabians, they always got shops set up, shanties, when it talks about their tents. You know, just like in Aladdin. You had that little goon out there with the big nose that was trying to sell everybody the golden lamp and shit. You know? And so that's what it's talking about. It's saying neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, you know. So there ain't gonna be no Arabians having no merchant shops out here, man. Selling their goods, selling their wares. That's why it tells you in Revelation that they're gonna stand afar off at the destruction of America, crying and lamenting, all right, because all this money that they've been making is gonna be destroyed, man.
That's right.
It says, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there, and the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces, and her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged.
Yeah, man. So pretty much what it's saying is that the only thing that's going to be dwelling in America is desert creatures. Because the whole purpose of World War III is judgment upon the earth. Where it tells you that in Isaiah, I believe, 34. World War III is going to be judgment upon the earth, in which nuclear missiles are going to destroy America and turn it into a desert wasteland. Yeah, go ahead, bring out Isaiah 34.
This Isaiah 34 and 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it.
Yeah, so it's saying, come near, nations, and the whole world, everybody, right? Come near to hear, all right? Because the Lord's going to judge the entire world, man. Let me see. Get a scripture real quick.
This real quick.
I want to get this real quick. It says, 2nd Esdras 15 and 5, Behold, Yahweh saith, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So it's telling you that the Lord is gathering all peoples on the earth, because the entire world is overthrown with wickedness, man. All right?
Yeah, that's true, man. That's why Yahweh Shemi Shai gonna destroy this place, because it is filthy, man. It is polluted spiritually and also physically, man. You got diseases going rampant. It's gotta be destroyed, man. Okay, because Esau, which are you so-called white people, right? You red Hebrew Edomites. You're in these labs creating diseases, man. There's actually videos on YouTube how these damn Edomites, man, a so-called Jew, said they deliberately created HIV to kill the Israelites, man.
That's right!
They created AIDS to kill the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. And if you don't believe that, look it up. All right? Hey, the Lord said, we shall go to our enemies for the want of all things. These other nations are not our friends, all right? They want to kill us. They hate us. Okay?
Planned Parenthood was created for the destruction of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and
God. And what does the scripture say? He that diggeth the pit shall fall therein. He created it to depopulate us, but it backfired upon him. Because me and the brother were having a conversation the other day, the statistics actually show you that there's more Caucasian babies being aborted than Israelite babies, man. Okay, so-called Caucasian babies, all right? Because a lot of them Caucasian women that go in there, a lot of them could be Jakes, okay? Or have babies from a Jake. But that doesn't take away from the fact that the statistics show you that it's not our people, man. Or when you look at who's the most violent, who's causing all these mass shootings, it's you Edomites, man. Our people don't go around shooting up innocent people like that, man. For the most part, our people be killing each other. This Esau be going around shooting up churches, all right? Like that one shooter that was in New Zealand. He went and shot up a mosque. And what was he? He said, thank Donald Trump for this this white supremacy, you know, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, for this white privilege.
And you got Jake killing each other, like the brother said, but Esau furthered the affliction, because whereas Jake is under the curses, so their eye is evil towards each other, they would be banging on each other. Hey, remember, you going back into the 50s and 60s, or even the 80s at times, like the movie The Warriors, and then they was coming through with like only one gun out of 50 of them had a strap.
Yeah.
The rest of them had like brass knuckles, knives, bats. But what Esau did was Esau went into these neighborhoods and dropped military-grade ammunition out there, man.
Yeah, they show you in that movie Friday, when Ice Cube was about to go smoke a worm, he was gonna go smoke some dude.
Yeah.
And then his father said, what are you doing, son? He said, when we were young, we used these.
Yeah.
He says, you fight some, you lose some, but you live to see another day. Esau dropping all them guns off in the hood. Jake be out there just spraying each other, man. It's all by design, man. Our people didn't just start killing each other one day, man. Yeah, the curses took hold of our people, but yeah, Esau furthered the affliction, along with these heathen. The Arabian pitched his tent on every block, selling Jake malt liquor.
Yep.
The bottom of the barrel, the nastiest alcohol you can find. You drink 1 or 2 tall cans of that malt liquor, bro, you turn into a demon, man. A complete demon.
Baby, when you go to Dublin and you check out the stores that's around there, you see a lot of GNC, Whole Foods, health stores.
Yeah.
You go to the hood, it's nothing but Bobby's Liquors and
McDonald's.
You know, McDonald's, Burger. Pretty much, Jake is surrounded by shit. You know, you go into the store, what does Jake get? Fucking a pint of Hennessy and some Skittles. You know what I mean? And a bag of Doritos or some hot Cheetos or something, man. That's all Jake really got to eat, because it's surrounded by garbage, man. All right? You go to these rich neighborhoods, there's actually stores that sell you fucking non-GMO shit, you know, whole food, grass-fed, organic stuff. You ain't gonna find that in Ceres. You know, you ain't gonna find that in Westside Modesto. You know what I mean? All you're gonna find over there is dirt roads, pit bulls,
And gang members.
That's it, man.
Con, that's true, man. And it was all by design, man. You know, you got this nigga that just died, Nipsey Hussle. And then you got people talking about how he was such a great guy, and when you look at it like documentaries, he actually had some kind of knowledge. You know, he wasn't totally gone, but he's still out there pumping that rap music, which is death. You know, feeding our people that sinful way of life, man. And they come out here and push it on our children. Bro, it's a cycle that has to be destroyed, man. All right? And I got a quick one.
Yeah.
More?
Real quick. Hey, what do you see, Jake? You see a Mexican taking pictures with a kid, whether he's a South Sider or a North Sider. He got his son dressed up in a red 49ers jersey. Or on the other side, he got his son dressed up in a Cowboys jersey. You know? So what are they doing? They're breeding little fucking idiots, man.
Yeah.
You know? Because that's what the dad knows. So the dad wants, you know, his son sees these things. So the father's pushing that wickedness upon his child, man. You know? So right out the gate, Jake already don't have a chance, man.
Yep. Thanks to you, Esau. Because there was even showing in history that a lot of these gangs were like, if you reincarnated, like if these niggas was reincarnated today, they were those taskmasters back then for Esau. And it was all set up like different organizations to keep Jake in line.
Yeah.
And when you look at it, bro, when they're in the pen and all that shit, that's what it is.
That's what it is, yeah.
You know, they keeping Jake in line, killing each other, and then all their other enemies just doing whatever the hell they want. You know?
And who's at the top of it all, man? Is Esau Edom, man. You know, you got Esau, the slave master, telling the elite Jakes what to do, man. Which your main real life elite Jakes are not the ones that you see on the media and stuff. Those are just sock puppets that Esau uses to push witchcraft. Those are actually like warlocks and witches, man. Right? Which they are the main influencers and idols of Jake. But when you really go into it, man, it's these motherfuckers that's in these prison systems that's running these neighborhoods, man. All right? Because what are they doing? They're actually controlling armies. All right? Because that's what these fucking gangs are, man. They're like little armies.
For Esau.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all those fucking gangs have already been fucking insurgent. What do you call it? Infiltrated throughout it. They've all been infiltrated, man. They got the TV show Gangland on the History Channel, where they show you they already went in there and infiltrated it all. Then they got some dude that snitches and they talking to the head. How is this nigga that's sitting in a cell on maximum confinement, shooting kites out? It's all Esau, bro.
Like they're literally filming these motherfuckers with a wire,
Yeah.
throwing a kite. And you watching it, you got simple ass motherfuckers watching this show. Oh wow, I'm watching it like, how the fuck are they filming this? Are you kidding me? That would just get nipped in the butt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're at maximum prison. You think Esau could stop that if he wanted to? Esau can do whatever the fuck he wants, man. You know, honestly, if this wasn't of the spirit of the Lord, Esau could shut this down.
Yeah.
Easily, man. And that's pretty much what his plan is. Martial law. What do you think martial law, Jacob's Trouble, is about? That's about him locking everything down. You know, he's gonna show you. He's gonna be like, hey, look, this. I'm coming down on great wrath. I'm gonna show you the power that I got, man.
And he does have power, man. It tells you that in Revelation 6. The red horse represents power. Esau has power. It tells you it talks about the God of this world, which is Satan. Who's his physical counterpart? The so-called white man, Esau. He has power, bro.
What does it say in 2 Thessalonians? Whose coming is after the workings of Satan.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this thing ain't a joke, man. This is real life.
Yeah.
All right. And then Esau made you to believe that this is a fairy tale, but you know, just like you see, like Star Wars, and you get all into the lore, and you're like, oh, this faction and that faction. This is real life, man. This is real life Star Wars right here, man. Yeah,
that's where they actually get Star Wars from, is the scriptures, bro. Judah, Jedi is Judah. You know.
That's the elect right there, man.
Yeah, I got this. This is Amos chapter 9, verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord.
Yeah, so the Lord's not going to utterly destroy the house of Jacob, but he's going to completely destroy this sinful kingdom, man. All right, which the head of the kingdom is Babylon the Great, man. The mother, it tells you.
I got it, bro.
Revelation 17, the mother of harlots, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
This is Revelation. I'm going to start at 1, Papa Shah.
Go ahead.
This Revelation 17 and 1. And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me,
Yeah, those 7 vials is representative of plagues, all right? Because it tells you that the angels are pouring out the vials, and the earth is scorched, the sun is scorching the earth, you know? This, that, and the third, I can't remember verbatim, but those 7 vials represent plagues, man. Go ahead.
yeah, the 7 last great plagues of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay? Because when we started in Isaiah 13, like the brother's going to get into, it goes into the day of the Lord, man. And we're approaching the day of the Lord, which the day of the Lord is the destruction of America, man. Him showing his power, man. And it's going to be terrible, man. We going to be scared, man. Praying to the Lord, like, have mercy on us, you know, hoping that we're going to be saved. You know, it says the righteous shall scarcely be saved, man.
Yeah.
We gonna be like, oh Lord, you know.
Yeah. Well, real quick,
Go ahead, bro.
Romans 9:17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
That's why he set you up. He gave you all this power. He made you a power. That way, when you get boosted up to your final stage, you max out on your power level. He's gonna come back and say, all right, well, now it's time to show you what real power is. He's gonna show his power in you when he puts you down. Okay, you got your spacecraft. You got space stations. You got satellite weapons in outer space that can fuck up anything on Earth. But what does he got, man? He got those big chariots with big ass lasers on them, man. It tells you, and Michael fought against Satan and his angels, man. There's going to be a great war that takes place during the climax of World War III, which is going to be pretty much a war of worlds, man.
Yeah, because Donald Trump talking about a space army. And if you have any knowledge, you know that the technology that they put out, the technology that they present to you, that they have military rise, even their highest grade technology, is 20 years old, man. All right? Maybe more. Who knows? And Esau got a lot of things in the hiding. So Trump talking about a space army right now, he's trying to build a space army. No, because they already have a space army. It's not something that's in the making that's going to happen 20 years in the future. No, they already have it because they're hiding 20 years of the future, all right? Because that's Esau. That's Esau's. What's what he does, man? He's a slickster, man. He hides his hand. You know.
This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
Yeah, knowledge shall be increased, like the elders and apostles were going into how knowledge is increased every 12 hours. So you telling me that knowledge is increased every 12 hours, but this is the technology that we have right now? That don't make no sense. All right? No, that's because they're hiding what they really have. That's the reason why this place is falling apart, man. It's because everything that they're using their money on, you don't see it, man.
Yeah, bro.
You don't see it. That's why this shit's crumbling, man. You know, they're getting ready for the day of judgment. Hey, what Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said, the wicked are created for the day of wrath and the day of judgment. I'm not quoting verbatim.
They're created for the day of evil.
The day of evil.
I'll just look it up, bro, because that is a dope scripture.
That's a dope scripture, man. And that's the truth right there. All right, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai made Esau eat him for the day of evil. All right, he don't give a look. He don't give a fuck. He don't give a damn about anything other than destroying you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He will destroy himself trying to destroy you, man. All right, and that's the truth of the matter. All right, it tells you that his hatred burned for Jacob perpetually, man. All right, so he will. Hey, look, this is the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, but the Chaldees are willing to destroy this place to get rid of you fucking jakes, man. So what is that? What does that tell you? You know?
You got the one? Yeah, go ahead.
This is Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, disappoint him. cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Yeah, which is the Lord's sword. Okay, just like Pharaoh was raised up to chastise us. Okay, Esau was set up to chastise us. He's Pharaoh. He's a modern Pharaoh. All right. Now this one's for you. This is Proverbs 16:4. The Lord had made all things for himself, yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil.
Yeah, and it tells you that in Colossians that everything was made by the Lord, for the Lord. All right. And so the wicked were created for Yahweh Shem Shai's purpose, which is the day of evil.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And that's what we're approaching, is the evil times. Hey, the day of the Lord. The day of the Lord is darkness and not light, man. It's going to be a very evil day. And the word evil does not mean wicked. The word evil simply means a bad time. All right? That's what the Lord brings. He creates peace, which is what? A jolly time. And he creates evil, which is a bad time. Everything comes from the Lord, good and evil, as the Bible tells you. All right? All the angels, even Satan, all that they work for the Lord. Okay?
Yep.
So when it said, that he created the wicked for the evil day, that's what we're approaching, man. The time of Jacob's trouble, where they're going to be looking to kill these people on this sign, these so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which are the real Israelites, man. All right? No other nation on the face of the earth went through the atrocities that these people went through, man.
And they're still suffering under the curses to this day.
To this day, man. You got people always scoffing us, man. Why can't you guys dig yourselves out of that situation you're in? It's set up by design to keep us down, man. Especially out here in California, the rent, things like that is fucking hard, bro.
Yeah, it's hell out here, dude.
You gotta be making like, just to be comfortable, you gotta be making at least 5,000, bro. Just to be like this in the door.
Hey, I was telling these brothers yesterday, man. I went and applied for government aid because I'm struggling myself. And I make just enough to not receive help and just enough to not afford to survive.
That's what it is, bro. There's hell for our people, man. Meanwhile, you got all these other nations that are born pretty much into royalty. They got resources. They ain't suffering what we're suffering, man. These Edomites, these so-called white people, they ain't going through the things that we're going through, man. Okay? A lot of these homeless Edomites that you see are just dirtbags that their family rejected. Probably molested this niece or whatever. What's up, man? They probably molested the niece or whatever. You know? They're not going through the things that we're going through, man.
Yeah, the majority of the homeless people that come around where I work, these motherfuckers actually chose not to work. You know, they're just lazy. They just like that lifestyle of not having to work, man. You know, like a lot of these prostitutes, they just don't want to get a regular 9-to-5 job, man. They just don't want to actually work.
They're fast money.
So they just sell their cooch, man. Yeah. There's like this old Edomite homeless dude, and he's a demon. He'll come in, he's like, "Where's my coffee?" Yeah, you know what I mean? He's tripping. And I'm like, how the fuck you gonna be in such a low state and still be a demon?
Still be a demon.
You know? And then I talked to this dude that works with me. He was like, nah, that guy chooses to be like that. I guess that fool has hell of a life. He actually has money, but he chooses to be a dirtbag. That's Esau, man. Esau's a fucking piece of shit, man.
Hell yeah. And then you'll be, because Jake, our people are naturally a peaceful people. You'll see an old decrepit Edomite, hold the door open for him. They won't even say thank you.
Won't even say thank you.
Or like the other, yesterday. I'm not gonna talk about it. But anyways, that's the way they are, man. You know. You got. They feel like you have to be obligated to help them, but when it comes to you, just a mere gratitude, they don't show it to you, man. And you would think, well, you're about to die, you would be more humble. Fuck no, man. It tells you in the scriptures, man, when Esau is being bombed and nuked to hell and back, they're going to be down in those dumps, still talking smack, man. They're not going to repent for their witchcrafts, their sorceries, all the things that they're going to do. I'll get it real quick.
Oh, you're going to get it? I was going to get it right.
You want it?
I ain't tripping on this.
Yeah, Revelation 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, hey man, the whole world is gonna be on fire.